Hey everybody, Dave, Blue Jacket 66 here for a video. A couple things going on in this video. Going to do a PSA reveal, some refractor type stuff that I sent in. I think it was a 10-day submission, but it's been 3 or 4 weeks, I would say, to PSA. A couple other things. My contest I did, my little contest I did on my last video, maybe it's 2 videos ago, about on what video did you see that 1960 Yastrzemski rookie card on. The answer to that was the rarest Clemente video. You could see it, it was up on the shelf there, and Dustin and Blake won that, so they won a handful of cards, including a couple mantles. Actually, when I did that video, I had in mind that at the end of my Mickey Mantle showcase video, there was a pan from a camera up here down on this table, and there was a bunch of Easter eggs there, including that Yastrzemski. But interestingly enough, right after I made the video with the contest, that Mickey Mantle showcase video of mine got taken down by YouTube. So I'm going to make another Mickey Mantle showcase video that I may show more of my mantles other than just the 51 through 69 run. We'll see. In my last video, remember we did a little thing on, hey, rarity, that I had some meat cards that are quite rare that I put up on eBay, and just talking a little bit about where does price point really fit into some of these very rare cards, even if they're not popular or popular players. So the 1953-54 Briggs Mickey McDermott card, I think PSA had only graded, of the 3 cards I'm going to mention, 2 to 3 of them. Population obviously incredibly scarce for these meat cards. That went for 84 bucks on eBay. That steal. The 1954 SK Hot Dogs Orioles, only put out in Baltimore. SK Hot Dogs only had Baltimore Orioles players. That was a Martin Stewart. That went for 180 bucks. And that was bought by, I noticed, one of the very, very big heavy hitters in the industry. Got that off me from eBay. The highest price one was the 54 Hunter's Wieners Ed Yuhas, Y-U-H-A-S. That went for 450 bucks. Hunter's Wieners, big time scarce. So I don't know. Obviously, scarcity is far outranked by demand as far as price for cards. Obviously, there's pricey cards, a lot of modern cards from the mid-'80s cards all the way up through the Griffey rookie, that there's a bazillion of them out there, but there's still some price point to them because they're in such high demand, even though they have a scarcity level of 0. But some of these other cards, despite being scarce, have a demand value of 0. So kind of balances out. What you really want is those scarce cards of those high in demand, or scarce issues of high in demand players, and that's where there's some significant value. But as you get further back into vintage, I think that the scarcity value plays in a little more. You know, you can have some obscure players but still have some significant value to the cards in the vintage. I had a mail day from George Esmail, E-S-M-A-I-L, a fellow YouTuber. He comments a lot on my videos. I'm sure he does on yours. I don't think George makes contact, but he sent me a boatload of George Brett cards, a huge box full of them. Really have a lot of these neat Topps archives, 75, 76. So a whole slew of Brett inserts and some regular issue cards. I really like this one. Didn't even know it existed. It's from 1989. George Brett, made by Topps, but Captain Crunch cereal. So that was a period in my collecting past where I was not collecting. So I wasn't even aware this existed. It's cool. Captain Crunch, it's a food issue, right? I also like these Flair stickers. It's an 87 and 81 Flair stickers. Those are kind of my favorites out of them. And then there's some non-Brett cards too. Clemente 3D, you know, the remakes of the decals. So Topps really did a good job of, here's the remake of the decal, and just happen to have kind of the original decal. That's a cool set, by the way, the decal edge set, and it's got a lot of Hall of Famers in it, and it's easy to collect. Anyway, thanks to George Esmail. You can call him Ishmael if you'd like. For you readers of the classics, you get that inside joke. So one of my last two videos, I got that remember that Ted Williams Burke Ross card? So interestingly, just flipping around, that thing has a lot of stuff in it. But got a bunch of Burke Ross cards. So these are not stars, but the first three people down below that say I'll take one, put your email address and I'll reach out to you and I'll send you one. I'm going to send it in a plain white envelope and we'll hope for the best. But if you're the fourth or fifth, I'm not going to say, no, you're too late. That gets kind of tedious. So I will find the first three. And if for some reason you were number 3 and instead I send it out to number 4, it's my mistake. For some reason, the order of responses sometimes on my videos, they get screwy out of order. I don't know, but here's some Burke Ross issues, all from 1951, the Hit Parade of Champions. If you're one of the first 3 to say I'd like one, put your email address with it and I'll reach out to you, get your address and send you one. Okay, trying to think what else. Okay, I got gonna get close to 1,000 subscribers. I don't know when it's gonna be. Looks like it'll be probably within the next month or so, and there's gonna be, I would describe it as a huge giveaway, and I'm kind of getting that together. As soon as I hit 1,000 subscribers, I'm sure I won't come out with my contest. I've got some things that I've currently ordered online as part of the contest. It's gonna be not as crazy as elaborate as my 500 subscriber video was, or 250, but the prizes are going to be better, and it'll probably be several $1,000s in cards. But this time, and I hate to say it, as before, you have to be a subscriber to my channel to enter, and I keep a log of all my subscribers. So if the contest goes up and then you subscribe, or you never subscribe and you enter in the contest, you won't be allowed in. So you have to be a subscriber. Number 2, for this one, and I'm sorry about this, I haven't done this on my others, but you have to be able to make videos, because I want a video response that's going to be very easy, but there's something you're going to have to show me that I will supply to a certain amount of you. It's complicated. It's not complicated, but essentially you have to be able to post a video to be in this contest. So that's going to be a fun one. That's coming up in the next, I guess, probably a couple months. So let's do these PSA cards. I don't really send away to PSA very often. I know I have within the last month. Remember, we got those mid-80s cards back, where I got the nice Ripken and a Gem Mint 10 and some other nice ones and some other disappointments. But I have this, and I kind of sent these away nearly around the same time. Well, I shouldn't say this because I don't remember. But anyway, these just came in. It was a 10-day, I guess, express submission, and it took far longer than that. And I don't submit very often, and I don't have anything else I'm planning on submitting, because I just don't do that very often. So I do know that I haven't looked at these. I think there's only 5 cards, and they all got grades. I hope I'm not disappointed. You know, they're all pretty. They're all, you know, new cards. So, but I'm not very good at, you know, all I can do is look at the corners, and I don't really look at edges much. I don't know what surface scratches are on shiny cards. So we'll just keep our fingers crossed on them. So let's turn around the camera and keep our fingers crossed, see what we got here. Okay, I wanted to share these comics because I got these, I think both within the last couple months, and some of my viewers enjoy comics. So the first one's over here. That's Spider-Man number 66 with an amazing cover of the Madness of Mysterio on it. That was not Mysterio's first appearance in Spider-Man. I believe it was his second. CGC 8.5 white pages, and it's just a in my view an amazing image, just like all those early Spider-Mans were. I think after you get out of the top 10 or so, the experts out there really know who's doing the drawing and the graphics. I don't know. Yeah, this is a John Romita, R-O-M-I-T-A. Wasn't he the king of the illustrator for the early Marvel, especially Spider-Man, and of course Stan Lee. The second one is this is ultra cool. Very proud of this one. This is number 20, the Chameleon. I'm sorry, it's the Scorpion. I don't know why I call him the Chameleon. The Chameleon really wouldn't be much of a foe, but that's the Scorpion. And he made several appearances in the Spider-Man. That was his first appearance, and that's another awesome cover. The cover's done by Steve Ditko, does the cover and art. On that Mysterio, yeah, John Romitka did the cover, and the inner artwork was done by a couple other guys. But anyway, I'm a Spider-Man collector, Silver Age. At one point, on the floor of my parents' car station wagon, I had number 2 through probably 140. I think I actually stopped buying Spider-Mans when I was a kid, around the time the Punisher came out. And I don't know, I was older and we weren't doing those station wagon family vacations as much. And but, you know, that early stuff, I had it all and read it all. So it's once again kind of buying my childhood back, because those comics are long gone. So this is Mike Trout Bowman Chrome 2001 draft refractor in a 10. So let's look at this first one. Okay, so this first one's a George Brett. As people know, I'm collecting this run of refractors. And I've got, here's the gold, the purple. So I'm collecting that run. And this one, they're 2009 Topps Silver Pack. And this is the Super Refractor, the 101. Mm-hmm. And it graded a 9. Which I guess that's fine, right? There's only one of them, so it really doesn't matter if it's 10, 9, 8. If you want it, you want it. Okay, so it's kind of funny because my others I'm not grading. Why would you grade them? They don't have particular great value. So now I have one in a holder, which I suppose I should because it does have some value to it. So 2019 Topps Silver Peg George Brett. Superfractor 1 of 1. I'm gonna be honest with you, I can't remember what these other cards are. It's Christian Yelich, numbered to 75. And all of these I bought raw. So that's the 2013 Bowman Chrome, graded an 8. For whatever reason. Corners look really good to me, but again, I'm not good at eyeballing these cards. So. I think I showed, I showed this before, this Mike Trout, the 2011 Finest. I had that raw, so I thought when I was sending in these other refractors, I would send that one in. That came back at 9. And I said at the time also that I was going to try to do this 2011 Finest Trout refractor run. That's probably going to be a slow go or a no-go. The prices of them are really steep, and I have no interest in buying a graded one, especially like a 10. And so I'm going to look for raw issues. I think there's a green refractor now up on eBay. So I think the idea is just to get reasonable cards that would grade an 8 or a 9 raw and send them in, and hope that's what they get, and maybe try to collect that way, or maybe just fall short. That happens. Okay, here's the 2011 Bowman Chrome blue refractor of the draft. That got an 8.5. I bought that raw as well. I think one of the corners was questionable. So that's not great, but I don't know. At least there wasn't a completely bad problem with it that I didn't recognize. And this is not a good grade for this. I think this was bought raw as well. 2011 Bowman Chrome purple refractor that they gave a 7 to. So 7's not. That's not a good grade for a. New card. So I've got some other shiny stuff. I guess I'll look this over, but I'll probably resubmit that, I would guess. Okay, so let's see, the Trouts on my 10, the blue is an 8.5. It's not centered well. It takes away to a degree, maybe it takes away a lot. The centering isn't great on it. And that purple is a 7. I'll probably eye that and see what the problem is with that, but it's no big deal. It's really just they're Trout cards, they're cool cards. Here's the Superfractor Brett, Christian Yelich, orange refractor, and the finest trout. So that's it. Thanks for watching and have a good night. Talk to you guys later.